Well, hey, G Holla, G dot Holla.
Girl, Ge Holla, Charlemagne the God here, man. Salute to you.
G Holla, what's going on? This is Lecrae.
That's right. Get it right. And shouts out to that boy G Holla. G Hall.
In this next blogger, he interviews a lot of celebrities. His name is Ge Holla.
GE.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, all of my global citizens of the world, every country, every continent. We're streaming everywhere. It doesn't matter. We're there. If you have any type of device, please make sure you tap in, you link in, especially with the guests and all the wonderful talent that we have on. Make sure you follow, stream, legally stream. Let me say that. Legally stream, download, because we've been bootlegging since way back when. Even in the early 2000s, they had sites like Napster. So these things do happen. But please make sure that you support the artists and the talent, because it's very important. These young people put their lives on the line as far as they give us all of their energy, their essence, their source to entertain people. And the best way to show them the best type of love back or approval is to download and stream the music, things of that nature. But right now, we have a wonderful guest that is about to come into the line. Let me tell you, this young lady has some beautiful and lovely vocals that she has displayed on a lot of legendary tracks with a lot of legendary people. You wouldn't even know, but if you're not of a certain age and you don't know of the great group Naughty by Nature, that's cool. Go ahead and get on YouTube. We researched everything else. Let's go ahead and hit the rewind button and learn a little bit about Naughty by Nature. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about a wonderful songstress, a divine human being and spirit on the planet right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for MJ Songstress. How you doing? How you doing?
Woo!
What's going
What's up? I dropped the bomb. Funk Master Flex. Fat Man Scoop. How you doing?
doing?
Yeah, I'm a lot.
I didn't want to make Charlemagne mad because he always do Dr. Flex bomb.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know he is. He gonna call. Hey, wait a minute.
Shut them
Gotta
down.
love Charlemagne the God. Gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He sent me a shout out, man. He showed me some love. So yeah, definitely big shout out to Charlemagne.
Hey, that's what's up.
But right now, man, we got a big bright light in the universe that's here with us today. Right now, we got MJ Songstress. We
yes,
not gonna
sir.
admit,
Yes, sir.
You shine bright. You know what, MJ? When you look up at the stars at night, even though the North Star they say is the brightest, but yet and still, all the stars collectively are working together to form that uniform entity.
Come on, astrology.
What we call space. You told me it was Aquarius. I'm trying to take it. I'm shooting my arrows into space right now.
No, Aries. I'm Aries. Are you? What's your sign?
Oh, you know what my sign is. I'm an Aquarius.
Ah, got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. Okay, so we definitely get along.
Yeah, you feel me? Why people keep trying to say they was like somebody was telling me, Aquarius is a air sign. I'm like, no, that's water. They like, no, they was arguing it down to get to the point because this interview is about you. I was like, what is air? Air is water. H2O, 2 times hydrogen,
Right,
1 times oxygen.
Come on now. Yeah.
It goes.
You're like, I know what I'm saying, and which what works for me. I said what I said.
Do you know it's a kid in Africa? He created a machine to where it catches the air and it turns it into water. What do these people think the hydration? The evaporation process where it rains, hits the ground, and comes back up. What do you think that is?
Exactly.
I'm just saying. All right, MJ. You know what I'm saying? You super cool. You super style. Got it going. Oh, you feel me? We'll take back to the 90s. You all that in a bag of chips. Okay. Where you from originally? Where you hail from? Where you grew up at?
Where I grew up at, okay, because that could go with so many questions. You want me to go back to my ancestors, but I was born in Bayside, Queens, New York.
Okay,
okay. I've been a New Yorker, but then my folks working hard and everything. Kind of also moved over to the close part of Jersey, so I'm like a Jersey Yorker, but I'm not in Jersey like that. Don't be fooled, people. don't do me like that. But yeah, you know, the heart's always in New York City, but I also grew up in New Jersey.
Okay, so you hung out with Snooki and them, Snooki. What's his name? Snooki, J Real,
Yeah,
B.
no, that's the don't do me like that. That's the Jersey Shore. That's over there. I need GPS for that. I'm over here. I'm by Bronx. Like I got the access. I'm where I'm over there. I'm over there.
MJ said she heard the hood, y'all. What y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? If they had the bulletproof glass on the windows.
I know a little something about the streets. I got hookups. I got people. I love
Oh,
that. I got my,
so hard. I got hookups.
I got, that speed dial in case. So, hopefully I never have to use it. No, no.
Look here, this ain't Vlad TV. Don't be over here telling on
Yeah,
yourself.
right. Don't let out all your business, stupid. Yeah, no, we're we're good. This is great. I'm having fun.
I'm glad you are. Thank you. I'm glad I can bring some enjoyment to your life. That's why I like to have wonderful
Absolutely.
people like you on to the show. Now, MJ, I'm just saying, for the people that don't know about that Queens Jersey connection, can you tell me what was your environment like inside the home and outside the home? Did it give you like a feeling of when you get ready to create music or when you're getting ready to construct something entertainment wise? How does that influence you basically? How does your environment growing up in those areas influence you?
Keeping humility, and also the hustle mentality. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's like going for yours, seeing, having a vision, knowing, okay, this is the foundation and I get to take the roots and take the foundation and move forward with that. The consistency, the discipline, the motivation. I mean, my father was he didn't have no 9 to 5. He was a working hardcore musician. And it's especially, even though there's opportunity, you got to go find yours. You got to find your spot and take your spot, whether it's jam session, underground. It's not just this lavish situation, although it can feel, oh, okay, the New York vibe, but you got to go in and step in and show people who you are. So seeing that from my father, it was like, okay, Dad, all right, believing in self. He always told me to stay humble, but then don't forget who you are. Don't be stupid now. I mean, have the ego, but the healthy ego to move you forward, and always to continue being a student. So you're in this melting pot of New York City. There's hypes about it, and you see it in movies and stuff like that. But no, when you come here, there's a fusion of people, of culture. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. So you take a little bit from something, and then you find the spots with the jazz and the true soul, and the cats that are bringing that old school essence. And then you got the new kids on the block doing what they do. But it's just consistently. It is my university. So I called every situation, every jam session I was ever invited to, or spot or hit when people would call me to as their lead singer. This was the best schooling ever for me. These were my professors. This was my schooling. You can't, no one can really buy this type of experience. You're either going to throw yourself in it and figure your way out or through, or you're going to skip out on the opportunity. So yeah, New York City definitely, it's like, all right, come on now, there's opportunity, but it's not just, oh, here you go on a silver platter. It's, all right, worker, you want this? Come on, let's go. Figure it out. Yes, we're fast paced, but I think that really is what supports a lot of us creatives, musicians, artists, just outside of the box type of artists really like hone in on their craft. And then if you want to go back to a more chill, slower pace, that's great. But you need that push, like back in the day, oh, you don't know how to swim? push them in the pool and figure it out. I came from that schooling too, Latinos and the black culture, there's very, very close similarities as far as, upbringing and figuring it out. So that's how I was raised. So yeah, New York has so much to offer, and I am grateful for my humble beginnings as well, because my parents, they did everything that they could, and proudly, they never made it seem like the struggle. It's like, okay, this is what we have, and let's be grateful, and we sit at the table and we talk about our day and we talk about what we're grateful for, and then we continue from there. So watching my parents really go from nothing to building, and I'm actually glad I grew up that way as opposed to growing up with having everything and not knowing what that feels like. I mean, I don't shoot. I didn't even grow up with a silver spoon. I grew up with a plastic fork. If if that, give it up for the plastic forks, people. So, Burger King. That's why I was a fat ass baby. Mom, why? Because she had a hookup. Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm constantly in the gym. I have problems. I have issues. But yeah, really the foundation has always been there, and it's still with me to this day, regardless of how I've been, working my way up as best as I can and to the best of my ability.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Great Value Forks and combo number 2 at Burger King. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those Whoppers, come on now, even though I've been plant-based for 4 months, but they thought of us. They came out with the Impossible Burger. I appreciate that.
When y'all gonna get this lady on? We need MJ Songstress on Burger King with the plant-based burger. We need to make this happen.
Hey,
Whoever out there that can connect her, let's do this. Let's get this commercial popping.
let's please. I'll do a little cool jingle with it. Give it some
Ooh,
soul. Have it your
ooh.
way. Ooh. Oh man, this is great. Oh, this
Okay,
is great.
cool.
The energy
You know
is
what I'm
so
saying?
real. The
That's what I'm
energy is
saying.
so real.
Like you good. Let me tell you something. I always said this
Let
my
me tell
entire
you
life. I
something.
don't care if you Dominican, you Puerto Rican, you Cuban, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Black and brown people, we all are one. You know how we know? We can look at our hand. If the back of my hand is brown, the front of my hand is lighter. Come on, same people. You feel me?
You're giving us the different textures. Do you see
You
my
know,
hand?
black people got a little whiteness. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? A little
Absolutely.
light.
You got a little cream, a little caramel, a little mocha.
Oh, okay. You got some strawberry in you. Okay, some strawberry and French vanilla. Take back the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Wu-Tang,
That's hilarious.
how did you feel? You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna give away the A's, but I can tell. How did you feel as a young person listening to hip hop like in the 90s? Because it has changed. Like, we have to be honest. We really do. Even from 1990 to 2000, that's a dramatic change. How did you feel about early hip hop in the 90s, personally?
I love listening to the 90s hip hop from back then. You don't understand. Like that, it's just the musicality, the fusion, the production around certain records. You talked about Wu-Tang, Cream. I was just listening to my Spotify is always on 90s, or I'll be like, speak to Alexa. Don't turn on now, but play me 90s hip hop and Gravel Pit, Method Man, back and forth and forth, back. It's just my favorite. Oh my God, I am a Tribe Called Quest fanatic. I I mean, we got, the same. I don't even know what's going on, and I get it, and that's cool and everything, but I'll go listen to Q-Tip real quick. I'm gonna go listen to my '90s hustlers and kings, Naughty by Nature, the ones that get the crowd going in any setting. It doesn't matter. As soon as you hear the hip hop parade, it doesn't matter if you know English. It doesn't matter where you came from. Those songs bring an element of celebration, continuance of the message. We hear the culture lives on. We're strong, and we're not going nowhere. And this is the foundation. Don't forget your roots now. It's like letting people know, if you think we started this shit, because it has inspired hip hop what is today. And so, yeah, for me, 90s all day, every day. Hip hop, 90s R&B. Ooh, yeah. That's what I like to ground myself in.
I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off at this point because you're gonna
That's
mention
okay.
the '90s R&B. You just gave us that animated series. You got to give us some animation on the '90s R&B. Who are you rolling with? Are you with Jodeci or are you with Boys to Men? Who are you
Oh
rolling with?
man, when he came, I wanna freak you every time I close my eyes. And my mom's like, "What the hell are you listening to? Nothing." So then you change it over to the "I'll make love." I said, "What you listen to? It's on the radio." But just all of them because of the harmonies. Even with, oh my God, I love that BET made a movie about them. New Edition. If it is in love, hey, the freaking the dance moves and everything. I was so absorbed. I mean, the plethora of music, and then my queen Brandy. I
Mm.
wanna be down. Oh my God, she's my vocal Bible. She's everybody's vocal Bible. Let's not play. And Monica, Aaliyah, Tamia. Jeez, I mean, Blackstreet, because I'm a huge Teddy Riley fan. So I know he started with Guy, and they did their thing. Groove me, baby, tonight. The New Jack Swing, but then when he came out with Blackstreet and then the No Diggity, I mean, I could really go down the rabbit hole with you. That's how much I'm in this music.
That's what
Um,
I'm.
all the classics and then everything that like Babyface ever touched. That's why I was so, oh my God, it was, I can't even find the word, chills through my body when they were celebrated and given their flowers on Versus to see Teddy Riley and Babyface and all the hits. And, Babyface would sit back and be like, can we talk for a minute? And then, Teddy's like, oh, we're going there. Do you remember the time? I'm sitting there like, I'm going to pee my pants. This is so good. Yeah, just the fact that we're still celebrating that time today and it's just as relevant and people are appreciating it more and more. Is such a beautiful thing. That's come on, give it up for the culture. I'm doing the Noriega clap. Give it up for the culture.
I need to invite
Yeah.
you on every episode. I'm getting
I'll be the
sound
side
bites.
person, yeah. Yeah, I'll be the side guy, Like what's his name with David Letterman? I forgot his name. Just like, yeah, what do you think about that? Oh, well, and then do a little piano.
Oh
uh,
my God. You know what? I am going to plan to do this. I don't know if you're in Atlanta, but one day I'm going to do like a real big show like My Celebrity Life. And we're going to do it in the Arsenio Hall, David Letterman, Jay Leno style. And I would love to like invite you and have you with a band and you could just do your thing. I think that'd be so
A-Town down. Let's go.
cool.
Peace up. A-Town. I'm in there. I love Atlanta. What?
Okay. Well, really keep it real with you. It's really a combination of a little New York, a little Miami, a little bit of Cali. It's just like because everybody moves here, so you're getting a little bit of
Right.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
then if you go certain places, honestly, you get a little bit of flavor of what GA is as a southern state. I know most people would call it country, but you need that too because you need a very essence feel of nature. You need that feel
Absolutely.
of that's what that essence created groups like if you like them or not, Outkast and Goody Mob and Dungeon Family. It created that
Uh-huh.
cornbread and grits.
Uh-huh. Baby. I'm sorry. Uh-huh. Oh, you're
Come on,
gonna make me go play. Uh-huh. What's that?
hush
But
that fuck.
woo!
You know what I'm saying? And even
Absolutely.
one of the biggest songs in 95, was it 95, 96,
Mhm.
was What You Really Know About the Dirty South. See, a lot of people up north and out west don't understand. The South had tried so long and so hard to get into hip hop and really to be that staple, have them
Absolutely.
names. When
Hmm.
they dropped that,
Absolutely.
it was crazy.
It was over.
It
Yeah,
was
there's
crazy.
like Atlanta will never, ever, ever be slept on. People just gotta do their research. But Atlanta is right in there. Right in there, from New York, of course, to people from Florida, to Atlanta, to North Carolina, Virginia. Yeah, it's all there. Absolutely. Like Atlanta's a spot. Atlanta gave us a lot of good music. Amazing music. Absolutely.
Beautiful collaborations because we can go back to a group you named earlier. You had Raekwon, who was
Hmm.
one of the first from Woo to come down here, and they did the
Hmm.
song, old school players to new school foods. Shrimp on the barbecue. Cats
Hmm.
keep like kangaroos. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's big
Hmm.
too. Because
Absolutely.
I'm gonna ask you this, and then we'll get back to your story. People
Okay.
often say a versus with Wu-Tang would be an impossible, but I disagree. It's a different feel, but it's the same essence. You could get Wu-Tang and get they're called the Dungeon Family together. So that's Outkast, that's Goody Mob. It's a whole bunch of different people that came out that people may not know of. You can actually get
Absolutely.
and put them in the verses. That's somebody that can actually do a verses with.
I mean, again, it's a celebration. It really is. Let's celebrate our music. Let's get back in there for the world to hear and see. As opposed to, oh, I get it. I get the marketing of it all, but really, it's always been I've watched every single one, and everything has always been a celebration. So they need to do that. It absolutely needs to. Yeah, Wu Tang needs to be heard. Absolutely,
That's right. That's right.
absolutely.
And speaking of a celebration, I want to go around the world with you on this carousel, and I want to know what was the divine inspiration behind Carousel? How did you come up with it?
Woo. So, yeah, my mind travels many different places. One minute I'm in funk, one minute I'm soul, one minute I'm in pop. I don't just, my train keeps going. I go to different stops. I don't just stay planted in one. That's just not the artist that I am. It's not a choosing a particular sound. It's going whatever's pulling my energy to a sound. And then I'm going to make it be MJ Songstress. Like, here you go. And I remember I was flying to Ohio. Shout out to Ohio, where my producer for many years, my brother from another, my mentor, Tyrese Jones, Ty Jams. Um, I was flying to him, and he picked me up from the airport. He's like, okay, we're always vibing. Every time I come and I land and we set ourselves up in the studio, he'll just start asking me, okay, what are you currently listening to? What's on your phone? Show me where your vibe is, because he knows I'm all over the place. And at the time, I just happened to be playing Sergio Mendes' Brasilero album. And this is what was pulling my energy, because the Brasilero album was all African drums infusion and Afro Latino, all in it, like heavy essence. It's the album that has, and it's like, it plays everywhere. From the DJ plays that shit, people are going nuts. Um, and there's a song on there called Es con Juros, and it's this beautiful sound of an African choir, and they're like, and my producer heard that. He's like, give me that. What is that? I'm like, it's the album I was telling you I'm vibing to these days. And he's like, give me that. And he went to the studio. He found a clip online, a live recording, YouTube. And there was a woman that's in a different, and he literally took that piece where you hear like a guy playing a flute, and like there was like an accordion, and he took, that's the sample, and it just, for some reason I kept hearing carousel, your love is like a carousel, I remember carousel. For some reason the word carousel kept coming. I wanted to make it fun, youthful, nothing too serious. I know artists like to say shit different. No, let's tell a cutesy fairy tale love story. Just tell us, give the message, let the song take people on a personal journey. So that's where that came from. It was, and we were also very inspired of like Kaytranada, that house music, and but fused with like hip hop elements, whether it's the 808 or how he was doing certain drums or his hi hat, his kick, the snare, and then it can go anywhere. So that's why people are like, oh, what is this? I don't know. What is it for you? Is it house? Is it house pop? Is it house pop hip hop? Well, however it speaks to the listener. And I'm just so glad that people have been receiving it and kind of just like, yo, this hits different. I'm like, great. That's good feedback. Thank you. And then to transition and then put Naughty by Nature on it as a restructure and a revamp, repackaging, that took it to a whole different element, to have some new spice on it, and keep like that old school, new school fusion. And then the house remix. I don't know if you heard the house remix, but hearing Tretch's Pocket, a beautiful accident. But yeah, it just, Carousel was fun going into it, and it's fun to enjoy the ride of what's being created around it because of it.
Absolutely. I love it. Let's play it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you go to YouTube, type in MJ, put that space in there, Songstress. Thank you for that wonderful story. On YouTube, I don't think this is the remix. This is probably the original version. We'll listen to both then. I would love to hear all of them.
Cool. So, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go. MJ Songstress.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Carousel, carousel, carousel. Is this the one with Naughty by Nature?
Do you remember when you were just...
That's the original one.
Is that the one? Oh, are you playing the one with Naughty by Nature or the original?
I think that's the original. Where do I find the one with Naughty by Nature?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same music. It's just Naughty has their, their verse on it. Carousel, it does come up as Carousel featuring Naughty by Nature.
Okay, let's do that. Can you harmonize a little bit in the background as we're looking for it? As we're searching.
Absolutely. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel. Your love is like a carousel, oh baby. Hey, your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, oh baby. Hey, oh, love is in the air tonight. Got my hands up high, roller coaster ride. Can you feel the love tonight? I'm like a bird in the sky, flying high, 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 high.
Ooh, that was beautiful. You can't get no better than that. Okay. Got some legends on the track. Let's go.
Hey, there we go. Come on, Tretch. Carousel, carousel, carousel. Hey, carousel. Do you remember when you were just 17 and your heart would beat for the one you just seen? Oh yes, oh my, oh boy, got me weak in the knees. It's like you walked out of a fairy tale story, my prince, and you woke me up with love's true kiss, true kiss. I've been under a spell, and now I'm in a whole new world. Your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, baby. Carousel. Your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, baby. Carousel. I can't remember the last time I felt this free. Got my body going up, down, up a fantasy. Oh yes, oh my, oh boy, I'm on a magical ride. It's like you walked out of a teenage dream come true and turned a princess into a queen. It's true, I'm on a merry-go-round and I don't ever wanna come down. Your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, baby. Carousel. Your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, baby. Carousel. Your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, baby. Carousel. Your love is like a carousel. Your love is like a carousel. I really like this carousel, baby. Carousel.
Round we go, round away, then round for a while, round and round our carousel. Town to town, put a power for now. Round to smile, your style is wow. Cupid's arrow, nice sniper, the pipe piper, tight cipher. Captain Cuddles, hugging huddles, popping cork. Bubble, bubble, subtle brother, words of mother, happy, savage, double, trouble, triple, tripping, don't miss the mission. Written on a kitten, kissing, jello, kissing, snitching, touching where the misses missing. Talent, tattle, tales, round and round on a carousel.
Love is in the air tonight. Got my hands up high in the coastal ride. Can you feel the love tonight? I'm like a bird in the sky, flying high. On top of the world, feels like heaven, my love, every day.
Fully old schooly, the new schooly. Trigger and J Songstress, never on the wrong list. She there with VIPs, baby.
Hey, get into it, King. Get into it.
Hey,
Hey,
Lord, if I need job feature, you know,
hey,
big songstress, you know what I'm saying? We changed the name right now. We talking to the big songstress
big,
right
big
there.
songstress.
You
Hey,
feel me?
I'll take it. I'll take it, King. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely.
That was
So
yo.
if
I like
I'm
that.
big songstress, then you gotta be big, big.
You try to call me
Super
fat?
big.
You try to call me that?
Not at all. Not at all. That's your interpretation. I did not call you fat. PHAT.
I
Hey,
got gluten issues.
unless you
Okay.
own it. Yeah, right. Unless you own it, let me look. Fat Man Scoop. He was like, so and you gonna know
I got,
my name.
I got gluten issues. Okay, I keep eating everything with gluten in it. All right.
Oh man, I understand. Stay away from that cheese, bro. The cheese. I understand. Yeah, it's in meat. It's in bread.
That's right. I don't eat that stuff. I stay away from white bread. Oh no. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I see you stay pretty fit, pretty healthy. What do you eat? What's some things in your regimen that you like to partake in?
Well, 4 months ago and before, I was eating everything. I'm a foodie. I love food because I love culture. Everywhere I travel to, everywhere I go, I want the barbecue, I want the soul, I want the Japanese, I want the Mexican, I want it all. However, and I was one of those second, third, fourth plates. That's how much I love food. I do the yummy dance and everything. Um, but then I realized where I was at. I'm always celebrating, yo, F it. Let's just eat, drink, whatever. Why can't I celebrate life in a different way? Because food's becoming my conversation. And I just am a person that if I don't like something, or about myself, I'm gonna do something about it. And I truly had a moment where I needed to call myself out and forth. So I just looked in the mirror. I did not like what I saw and I didn't like how I felt. And I know we're in the culture of, body positivity, self-love, which is wonderful. I do work on self-love all the time. However, if I don't like something and it's making me insecure, and I'm like, you know what, but I could do something, let me just switch up my habits because my habits haven't been supporting, especially with what I look to do. And have a healthy life. Longevity is always important to me. But then, yes, in the career, the activity, you need to be strong, you need to be healthy. And then also what's out there, like looking and feeling my best was the most important. So I've been 4 months plant based, sugar free, gluten free, alcohol free, junk food free. Um, and I love it. I don't miss nothing. Everything is hype. You can find a lot of things plant based that are just as delicious. Um, Sometimes it's a bit difficult to find certain substitutions, but everything that I love, I was saying soul food, mac and cheese, wings, sushi, found that all in a plant-based option. It's been amazing. So shout out to the creators and the chefs and the restaurant owners that have created these plant-based slash vegan opportunities for people to still enjoy. And it just has been a personal journey of mine. And I, have like fallen in love with myself all over again because I reached a goal and I did it and I stayed committed and determined. And I'm not going to let the distractions or society or people's perceptions or opinions, oh, you're not going to eat that. No, listen, I'm good. Enjoy your food. I'm all right. I'll have water on the rocks, please, with a lime. Um, and I'm okay with that. No one's gonna bully me into my whys and stuff. It's like, hey, listen, I'm fitting into this cute ass dress. You see this figure? You see this figure?
We
Yeah.
see it. We see it. We see it.
No, I'm really proud of myself. It really was about the feeling good within, which then kind of just supports and celebrates how it looks. And I do care about how it looks. Heck yeah, I'll be the first to admit it. I just didn't want things to be pulling on me. And, I just I wanted to get into a tighter frame. And, I feel good. I absolutely feel good. And it comes with everything else for people that are health nuts and really like looking into going on their own personal journey. It helps with so many other things like skin and internal mental health. It's connected with spirituality, whatever that is for you. I know it supported me tremendously. Digestive issues for men and for women. And then for women, those that unfortunately have to have painful, time of the months. I feel none of that. None. I feel strong. I feel powerful, and I feel like God's been kind to me because with this whole flip and transformation, it's also supported me in reversing the clock.
Mhm.
With everything, it's like I got an organic lift over here.
Right.
So yeah, I'm really big on self care, and
Yes.
so I wanted to take that into a whole new level and just beast out over it, and I did. So yeah, 4 months, and I'm continuing. I have no reason to do anything else. I mean, who's to say if I ever say, oh, okay, I'm gonna take a little bite of this, I'm give myself grace. It won't be a major thing, but right now, nothing is calling me to go to a steakhouse. Or but break open some bottles. And my manager has been talking to me, and I said, and I'll pop a bottle when there's really something to absolutely celebrate.
Yes.
Because I also got tired of everything is cheers, cheers. I'm already celebrating life. I'm in gratitude. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful to God. So I can do that without doing this all the time. But if I'm gonna do this, it's because something has just hard work has paid off. We're all as a team stepping into our what's next. And for that, I'll be like, I'll pop the bottles for everybody. So that's where I'm at. But for right
That's
now,
right.
I'll celebrate in giving you your flowers and giving me my flowers, and that is all. And water on the rocks.
That's right. That's right. No, no, no. What you said is beautiful. A lot of things you said was wonderful. If I may unpack just a couple of things, you
Yes,
talked about
please.
the clock. When we have that type of power, it's in your mind. People
Yes,
don't
sir.
believe it because we've been taught, we've been tricked in society. You
Yes.
think that your body is in control, but really you're in control of your body. I know if you want to lose weight, for some people, they could just sit there and tell themselves, I will lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Or before you walk into a room full of people, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to do a good job. That
Mm-hmm.
type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And
Absolutely.
also, a lot of doctors, people don't know, you get these placebos, aka water pills, some people call them, where they're not
Yeah.
doing anything. You're taking it because you think it's going to heal you, and your
Mm-hmm.
mind is literally healing you from you taking the substance.
Absolutely. Right. Right. Come on
So
now.
what you're saying is powerful, and I hope that people will catch on. I hope your fans, your followers, your family will see that and have an understanding of this is not some
Thank you.
spooky occurrence in the universe. This is power that we possess. No matter what
Yeah.
God, by whatever name you want to call, that's
Yeah.
cool. We can
Right.
still
Right.
all sit in the room together, and that energy, that source essence, will
Mm-hmm.
still come to all of us collectively. Because my
Absolutely.
opinion, God does not speak English, Spanish, Arabic, whatever. It
Right.
speaks energy and and
Yes.
and source from in here. It know just like a dog. You can take a dog in any culture. It understands its owner in every language.
Amen.
You
Yes.
even understand it has a name. So what is that? What what
Mm-hmm.
what is the commonality of all those things together? It is the vibrational force of energy that can be recognized even from different species of animals. Because we belong to the animal
Yes.
kingdom too.
Yes. Yes,
So
sir.
I'm just saying,
Well, hey,
just saying.
speaking of animals, not to cut you off, but to insert something that you said about animals, I recently got my masseuse has. I swear he's got some energy healing shit going on, and he said, I'm picking up a hawk from you. Like your spirit animal is a hawk. I was like, I gotta wait a minute. I'm not a tiger. I'm not a lion or a monkey. Like he goes, no, you're a hawk. So just wanted to say that real quick. I believe in my ancestors. I have a lot going on. So when you said, we belong to the animals, I'm like, I believe that.
You know,
I absolutely.
I want you to think
Please,
about.
come
I
on,
want,
doctor,
I'm,
come on.
I'm, what am I building? I'm trying this. You would, but the reason why he said that is because if you study like an eagle, things of that nature, do you know an eagle flies higher than all other birds in the species, and it's able to see something miles upon the ground inside the water, and it could fly up to 245 miles per hour in its descent on its attack and accurately land upon something, as well as dive underneath the water so far to grab its prey, pull it up, and shoot back up in the air.
Yeah, the force.
That's precision. A lot of people like to talk about, they say the third eye, but really it's not. It's really the first eye, because the brain is created before these two window shades are constructed. And what he's saying too is that you have this mental, spiritual ability to assess many situations in the 360-degree understanding, which means you're able to see all sides of all things, and that makes you very well balanced. That's what I'm getting from being a hawk.
You.
Did I move
Come on
on?
now. Where's the organ at? Come on now. That needed music to support what you just offered me. Come on.
We're in the old Baptist church. I don't know. You're not from the South, so I don't know if you know about them old Baptist churches.
Listen, I will show up anywhere with amazing music. Okay, I've been invited. So whether it was basket, whatever it was, I've been there. So pastor, reverend, bishop, woo, I'm here for the message and the music. And then I get hit with, "Are you with our church?" I'm with him. I'm with the you see the organ player, the MD. Yeah. I got a guest pass. Have a nice day. Amen to you, brother. God bless you too.
You know what? If you ever go into like an old school Southern Baptist church, they're gonna think you're white. Like that says people. I don't dare. We don't understand that Latinos come in like every shade. Like you could be Dominican, you could be Haitian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We think that you know what? This happened back in the day. I just have to tell you this because I don't know if you ever understand. This two beautiful Puerto Rican girls. They moved directly from Puerto Rico, and they moved to a small town.
Oh, okay.
And the word is, my cousin was telling me, they said that the people there, they didn't realize that they had lighter skinned Puerto Ricans because all they ever saw was dark skinned Puerto Ricans. So they were talking about them, and they didn't realize they were speaking in their native tongue, Puerto Rican. And the girl started talking in the language, was like, "Yeah, I know you're talking about me." Da, da, da. And it was like, what? It was the craziest story I ever heard.
Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Absolutely. Even the stigma, same thing with Mexicans. Everyone thinks, sombrero and short and like this. And it's like, actually, no. I mean, you got the South, the Southern Mexicans, maybe a little bit darker, nicely good, look plumpy, okay. But then the ones from the North, tall, blonde, blue-eyed, because people look at me, this is hilarious. Shout out to my dad. They're like, "How are you tall?" I'm like, "Okay, racist. I mean, I don't know how to answer that. I just am. And then they meet my father, and they're like, "Sir, how are you tall?" And he's like, "Who is this person?" I'm like, "Dan, don't even ask. Don't even." It's funny. Yeah, I mean, there's stigmas and stereotypes for every culture. But yeah, you're absolutely right. My tia, who actually is Puerto Rican, very fair skin, very fair, and blonde and light and everything. And it's not until you hear her start talking, you're like, oh yeah, she's fresh off the island from Puerto Rico. So yeah, absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
And life can be a carousel. If I may use your title for a moment, you're gonna go. You're gonna be around, and you're gonna be circumvented around different things and different people. And it's important to just always have a open mind, be understanding, pay attention, be
Absolutely.
assertive, and be
Yes.
willing to bond. Because as kids, we all played on the carousel. We played on the playground. We played on the
Yes.
seesaw. We were
Yes.
able to collectively jump and get cut and scrape and and hug each other and all of that. It is when we become into our adult like state. I often say we're adult children because you still carrying all that trauma from your childhood. But I don't want to get too deep on you. But we live life just as a carousel. Some of us get
Right.
off early and some of us stay on to the swing or the device or whatever slowly starts
Right.
down.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Right. No, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you for that beautiful, just offering and message and interpretation. I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you for that. Very
I
cool.
think I think everything has a alternate and also a spiritual connotation to it. When
Hmm.
we dig deep into all of the things that we are into and who we are, like with you have such a lighthearted and bubbly spirit. It suggests to me that you are willing to help anybody that's willing to help themselves. You are the light. You're able to come in and to light that fire or to spark that fire into someone to get them out of that mood. So therefore, you are like a therapist. Your music is therapy. Even though all the things you go through and your personal battles and struggles that you're doing right now, you choose to take all of that and turn into entertainment somewhat similar to a doctor. You really are. People will come and pay to be at your shows to be healed by who you are and from the very souls in your heart, in your mind, and you really care about people and you care about the music. And that's what makes you a real, true, beautiful human being is because your soul and your spirit is emitting this glow that you don't even know that's there. Even before, going on to the vegan diet, the plant-based diet, just being who you are is healing to people. And we have to show you love and give you your flowers while you're here.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, a little bit more into your story. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer because I know I had you almost about an hour, so I knew you had things.
It's okay, King. It's okay. Thank you for that. Pulled on my heartstrings. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What was it like seeing your music? I was gonna say yourself. I thought you were gonna be on. I'm reading bio, so pardon that. Your music was played on what was it? Oh god, I lost my thought. Just a quick sorry.
So no worries at all.
Oh, it was on the July 1st episode of Growing Up Hip Hop on WeTV. They played Carousel Mix. How was that seeing it on such a popular station and channel like that?
I mean, listen, any artist would kill for an opportunity like that. You can't buy that type of exposure. You just can't. And especially in today's day and age. And everything is so different. It is about who you know and continuing that hustle. I was saying before, that hustle mentality, that hustle status. Who do you know? And who are you to that person that they're going to, share their gifts and their connections with you? So I'm so grateful and honored that inside of my own team, my family, my management, Jojo Brim and Jimmy Manus. I had no idea that Jimmy Manus is Naughty by Nature's manager. And just for him to believe in me and be a yes to me and my craft, it was like passing it on to then enroll Naughty by Nature to be a yes as well. So for that to have happened, it's like it's a prime show. It's active. It's for the culture. It's consistent. It's relevant, and just to see like pop on, turn on the TV, and that moment of him in the studio, and his daughter was walking in, and even just that quick segment, but to hear myself in the background. And then, thank you, Jimmy, again, and thank you, Naughty, Tretch, and WeTV for putting on the corner and giving me my flowers in that moment, like Carousel, MJ Songstress featuring. It's like how everything just came together. The universe really just formulated, and I'm grateful for that. Absolutely grateful.
Now, I forgot to ask. Did you get a chance to meet Tretch? Was there like a how did that process come when you create this when the song remake?
Well, because of the pandemic, of course, we have yet to have met in person, but there has been so many vibrations saying, "Oh my God, see you, I feel almost," I can't wait to physically give him a, a real hug. But it's just, again, shout out to our team
Oh,
for keeping that consistency and that communication flowing, because he's got his schedule and I have mine, but they were able to just find the gap and be like, hey, connect. And we're about that. We speak that spirituality, and Church has been super cool. And I'm grateful for him to have said, all right, I'll jump on the record. Yeah, this hits. So it's, yeah, it's been really great. And I'm such a fan of what he's created with his team. So I'm just like, woo, geeked out, like, oh shit, naughty by nature. All right, stay cool, stay cool. Don't break up your flow. Stay cool now. Stay cool. Stay cool. But I'm over here like, and then I'm turning up their music super loud, walking around like, no one can tell me nothing. But yeah, it really is an honor. I don't take anything for granted. Absolutely not.
ooh, I understand that. A few more things. Also, we noticed that you are doing your thing. You was on the 6th season of NBC's The Voice. You was a finalist. And I don't want to mess it up. Televisa La Voz Mexico. Did I get that
Hey,
right?
it sounds good to me. It's Televisa. Televisa was the network, and just like The Voice Mexico, it's La Voz Mexico. And so I was a finalist on that with the coach is Alejandro Sanz. He's huge in Spain and everywhere else. He's like Latin royalty. And so it was that experience, and also being with Usher, top 5 on his team, which was amazing. So, both great experiences that I'm grateful to have received an invitation to to be part of the show. And I went for it just for, again, experience, just another
Mm,
chapter in my book. No, I didn't have any expectations. It wasn't about, let me be famous and win the show. It was like, it doesn't matter about winning. It's about the experience and what I take away from it, my interpretation. So it was powerful in its own right. And I tell people, as many people ask me all the time, and in full transparency, I always look to be as true and authentic and genuine as possible, to not forget that it's a show. However, if you choose gratitude for the experience, you'll walk away with something.
mm, mm. You know what? You be trying to hide. You be trying to carousel your intellect. I see you. People who are really funny.
You see me.
People that's why you the Hawk, because you have this ability to shift and move different things out of the way where it seems as though you're just a fun party girl. But you are the fun party girl. When you got a little bit of nerd in you too. I understand you don't want to be weak. I get it. You're from New York. You're from up north.
No,
Everybody is.
no, I totally get it. That's a misconstruction. Listen, people got the information wrong. Sorry, New York, I'm about to call us out. Yes, that hard. Oh, it's a hard knock. Like, fuck people, fuck the tears and shit. Yeah, because of how we were brought up, and the streets, and, streets was watching and watch your back, and who do you know? And Bel-Air, I get it. However, it then becomes, are we holding on or carrying an old narrative due to our families and then our generation and our ancestors? Is it let's keep up the hard thug situation and our masks? Yes, I don't mess with us, but I realize that, okay, I don't have to be wearing this mask. What am I covering up? And I did some work. I absolutely did. I did some self and transformational work that supported me tremendously. And so I embrace the vulnerability as my superpower. Some other people are still working on it. I don't cry. But what's their story? What's going on there? And so I actually have been around people around the transformational work, as we say. I've been doing the work. I've studied the work. I'm still continuing the work, continuing my spirituality, reading a lot of things as far as I'm all about intellect and
Mm.
psychology. So yeah, I mean, I absolutely, I practice what I preach. I'm not just walking the walk just to be a know-it-all and be right about something because I want to give people advice. No, I've walked what I've done. I talk about what I've walked. So, I'm never going to come incorrect to anybody. I'll be like, hey, let me show you an example of me. I was a hot mess. I usually use myself as the example. And I find that there's power in that too. There's nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with me then, but I can acknowledge things that maybe just did not work, that didn't serve me. So, us New Yorkers, there's some of us that are mushes. And shout out to my New Yorkers too. It's okay. We can still be the tough, you know, loud. And I said what I said. Get out of my way. You're walking too slow. That is true. But as long as people can just begin to maybe choose, like, all right, let me step into what this vulnerability looks like, and not judge nobody for it, not tell them what to do. It's in everyone's timing, but maybe support people in giving them the access to vulnerability, or to what that looks like in opening up, and if it's around trust or gratitude or joy, whatever that is. But I've actually personally practiced it, especially during the pandemic, to help me through such a tough time.
That's right. And I agree. And what you said is great. A lot of our greatest strengths are also our greatest weaknesses, but it's not a weakness in the sense of you are easily vulnerable or you can be violated. It's just in the way you're letting your guard go. Because if you think about it, the spirit and the mind also controls the well-being of the health. If you notice, a lot of people in your family, not just the eating rituals, but also how we feel about ourselves in the world and how we view the world, that keeps us uptight and tense. If things are going to happen, like I often tell people, why be a worry wart? Why be a person that worries about everything? If something's going to happen, what can you really truly do about it? You have to have contingency plans and reactionary systems set up. That's all that you can do. That's why they're called accidents. That's why it's called life, as you already understand.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can keep moving. You can keep pushing. And then too, it's a lot of crazy nuts out here. Some people, they look like they're insane, but they may be dealing with some deep mental issues. And you have to, guard even your anger or your response to someone, because as you know, you can easily turn something from it being very minor to, whatever, to a major situation. Like, perfect example, I often tell people, don't get into social media back and forth with people. Let that stuff go. If they feel that way, you feel this way, what does it really matter? You don't have to keep responding back and, pull up and give me your address. Like, why are you doing all of that? Let that stuff go. It's okay. You don't have a bravado or some type of reputation that you have to live up to on the internet. It's the internet. Anytime these folks get ready, they'll push a button and all this stuff will go away. It's only even the trollers. I get people on my stuff where they talk about a lot of celebrities. I delete those comments off, keep going. I'm not going back and forth with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to meddle in that. Same thing. Hey, if you got some haters, trollers, and all the whatevers, that means you're doing something right. We all have them. And so it's just, how we choose to be around it, and how to move on. Are we going to make them the point and dwell in that, or just keep going? Because no, I'm focused on me, and these people are sitting home behind, fake profiles or no picture, eating donuts and stuff, and just sitting behind their computer. Oh, you suck. Really? Dude, or woman, or whomever. You're not even showing your face. So I'm going to listen to somebody that just has something to say because they feel like it? No, I'm good. I know who I am.
That's right. I'm trying to get on the carousel with the baddie right now. We got on the line right now.
Let's go.
We got MJ Songstress. I'm trying to get on the carousel with her, okay? I don't care about nothing y'all talking about. Get out my way.
Honestly. And get out the way, and even back to what we were talking about, whether it's musically related or creating something, or whether it's health, you said something so dope. Like, people allow their bodies to tell them what it is, but it's really us to tell our bodies. And it starts with a commitment. It starts with the mindset. And for some, I know sometimes it's a struggle. So then maybe check in. What is that? Is it maybe going to speak to somebody to support around that, so you can get to the mindset that will support you and your goals? And there's nothing wrong with that, whether it's food or emotional baggage that's trapped within the system. There's nothing wrong with just maybe, figuring out who can best support you. But for me, it started with a commitment, and my word. I'm a woman of integrity. So I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's it. I'm going to put the chicken wing down. I'm going to put the bottles away. I need to focus and stop doing the quick fix. Everybody wants results fast. This cleanse, that cleanse, detox. No, you got to give yourself grace and give yourself time And so that's why now 4 months later, I'm like, oh shoot, I stopped worrying about the scale and stuff and just started worrying about my commitment. And then all of a sudden, 4 months pass by and I wake up and my pants are not fitting me, or I'm fitting into my go-to dress, my goal dress, or whatever that was for me. So that's just what I want to leave for your listeners and your fans, and also my listeners too, that just, stay focused, keep going, and, just get your mindset together and you'll be fine in whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your heart desires.
See, look at that. She been trying to hide. We have drawn it out. See, I know higher intelligence when I see it is usually hidden behind humor. Even in this title of your song that you chose, and whether you realize it or not, on a spiritual sense, a carousel is the perfect circle, 360 degrees, which gives you the ability to see everything from all angles. This is exactly who you are. It seems as though that you're moving at a higher speed of rate, which is the form of intelligence, but you have the ability to stop that carousel and to get off and to view everything, just like that guy referred to you as the hawk.
The hawk,
Even
yeah.
though the world is spinning and we're in what they call gravity and all these different chaotic things that are happening on a subatomic level beyond the regular eyesight, the regular eye, the real eye, the first eye that's in the of the brain that we refer to as the pineal gland, has the ability to not only interpret the physical world, but also the spiritual world. And I just want to tell you, I definitely see you shine, and you are a very intelligent and wonderful human being. Really, you are.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right.
Peace, King. Peace. Thank you so much. Blessings. That's just that filled up my whole my whole temple. Thank you for that.
See, look at that. See, y'all see her using the words. She thinks she's slick. She ain't gonna get past me today. I know what's going on, right? You know what I'm saying? MJ, the Songstress is definitely the one. Just a couple more things. I promise I'll let you go. Give us how do we get in contact with you? We want to do some features, singles, whatever. We just trying to reach out to you, show you love. What do we do?
You can show me some love, and I would love your support. I'll be so honored. You can find me at MJSONGSTRESS, MJ Songstress, on all social media platforms and also all music platforms as well. I'd love for y'all to check out what's coming. I got a new single dropping at the end of September called Oye Como Va. So, please, I'm sounding like Steve Harvey. Please show your love for at the Apollo. No, I would love your love and support. Please give me a follow, give me a like, give me a heart, whatever that is for you. But thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. One final thing. Let's play a quick game before I let you get up out of here. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
We're playing the game of sevens. MJ Songstress is on the line right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing I just followed you too. You'll see Ge Holla. All right, here we go. We're playing the game of sevens. MJ, you've seen this number your whole entire life, other than just the clock. You just never really realize it till you feel this perspective of it. And reading signs and symbols is symbolically to reading numbers too as well. All right. God, generator, operator, destroyer, God, or Most High, whatever name you want to attach to it. If you read the Bible, the Eurocentric Bible, it says that God created the world basically 6 days and rested on the seventh. Now, remember that number 7 because it's very, very important. Remembering in the stance of the number 7, we can go through the alphabet. We go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G could be for God, or it could be for goddess, because some people feel like God is a woman too as well.
Ooh.
And belong to a secret society or a secret set, also is known as the Grand Architect. The letter G and 7 is closely related more than what you would think. Also, every building, every structure that's created, I don't care if it's in Queens, if it's in New Jersey, if it's in Georgia, is built on what they call right angles. Well, guess what? If you take 2 right angles and put them together, this is what you create. This is the strongest structure that's on the planet. You'll even still see this at homes. If you look at like what they call above the eave, you always see this. And if you look on the Great Pyramids of Kemet, aka Egypt, you'll see that structure is built off of that. You know, they may call it a diamond. You look at a baseball field, this is what you're looking at, essentially. Even if it's a little bit more flatter, a little bit more longer, and also reference to the third eye. Well, check this out, MJ. If you take the right angle that all of the buildings are built upon, and you do this, you create the number 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you do this, this is the female. This is represents the womb. This represents the man. You know.
Ooh.
So, MJ, you are tasked as a goddess on the planet. You have the powers to resurrect either 7 people, 7 artists. Now, when I say artists, let's just say you say, like your name, you got the great name MJ. If you want to resurrect Michael Jackson, the other MJ, you would not only get him, but you would get everybody that's associated with him, like Jackson 5, and he has some groups too as well. That's a collective one. Not only do they don't have to just be dead. You don't have to resurrect. You can choose some living people too, the Beyoncés and things like that of the world. But you're tasked to find 7 people, which could be a group. It doesn't matter. If you say, like, I want the Isley Brothers, you can get all of them as one. Which 7 people or groups would you pick to go on this world tour of Carousel with you?
Wow. Ooh. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, James Brown, Prince, Earth, Wind and Fire, Whitney Houston, Brandy.
Well, check this out. I got to roll you back to 6. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, same family. So you get an extra.
Okay.
You get to come. Who you got?
Fantastic. Oh man, it's between 2. Stevie Wonder.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being on the show. One last thing. Just let the people know that you on My Celebrity Life, and I'm Ge Holla, and we'll be out.
Hey everybody, my name is MJ Songstress, and I'm here with Ge Holla on My Celebrity Life.
Yeah, and I'm with the wonderful MJ Songstress. Please make sure you support all that she does. This is a wonderful human being. I mean that from the heart, from the soul, from the spirit. You know, she got the fiery passion head, true Aries, you know what I'm saying, bringing forth the light. You know, and she's a baddie. You know, you tap in, link in with a very lovely person. Thank you for being on the show. It's much love and honor. And I salute you, Queen. And
I see you, King. Thank you, G. Thank you for having me, King. Thank you so much.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Thank you.
Woo, we out. Holla, holla.
We out. Man, that was great.